Welcome, beautiful soul. In this video I decided to talk about something special, and it's called while you use subliminal when you have a shadow or wound, and even some of you are unaware of. So first I talk about why you use subliminals, and sometimes you feel like it's not working, or sometimes you get the result otherwise, and sometimes the affirmations will make it worse. So I want to tell you, you can manifest exactly what you want and still feel empty after. If you are using subliminals, affirmations, but you still feel triggered, and there's why. So there are two states while you use subliminals. I explained the two of them and tell you the result and the solution. So first, when for example when you go out and you use subliminals to get people's attention, so the first state is based on the core wound of needing validation and attention. For example, you go out and you want people's attention, not because you like attention, but because when people don't give attention, you feel off, or you feel something inside is missing, or you feel like you are not important or not worthy. You see, this is based on a core wound while you're using subliminal for getting attention or compliments or all eyes on you or whatever. The subliminals, you use it. And maybe you start scanning who's looking at you, who gives you attention, who is not. And this is the turning point when you start scanning your mind, searching for the moment that people didn't look, or people didn't give attention. No matter what, finds the moment when they didn't, and it creates tension. It creates trigger from the body, from the mind, and energy field. Then you go to listen to subliminals, for example, for getting attention, a pupil's attention, or all eyes on you, or wherever subliminals for that, you thinking it will fix it, but it didn't. It did fix it from the surface level, but the underneath that, it won't fix it. Even I tell you, it make it worse than ever before. You didn't heal the core wound of needing validation or attention. You just trained your mind to depend on the external subliminals, external stuff for temporarily, and you train it to depend it more and more, and your mind thinking it will fix it, but underneath that, even when it works, but you still feel like something is missing or something is off, because you think like you should listen to it permanently. You obsessed over it because your mind think it will fix it, but really it doesn't. Talk about the state 2 and what is the state 2. The state 2 is when you aware of your shadow, when you aware of the core wound, and when you are aware. And I'm not telling you don't listen to anything, but I'm telling you listen to it based on your awareness, not obsessing over something from the external to fix your internal state. Right? Imagine the same moment, but you are aware of your shadow, you are aware of your core wounds of needing validation, and knowing needing things from the external people won't fix anything from the internal permanently. And this is the next state, when you notice the urge for attention, when you notice the trigger rising or anything, you notice it. Don't run from the feeling. This is the whole point. Don't run from it. No matter how hard it will feel, no matter how trigger you feel, don't instantly run to fix the emotion. So your subconscious mind doesn't just hear the affirmation, it just responds to the emotion behind them. So when you listen to based on the trigger state, you still creating a loop and attracting more circumstances for based on the trigger and based on the core wound that you not even see it or not able to heal it. But when you listen to it from the wholeness, from the expression, that's why the subconscious mind respond to it differently. And the best of it all, you don't need anything from the external to feel something from within you. If the emotion is lag based on listening to the subliminal, you create more lag. But if the emotion is wholeness, is fullness, and listening from the expression of the self, you create neutrality and you create more happiness. Next time you feel triggered while using subliminals or anything, don't rush to subliminal. Don't run away from the feeling instead of feeling it to heal it. So feel everything is healed. Every time you feel something, it doesn't mean it permanently. This feeling is staying. It doesn't last forever. Emotion don't perform for attention. And once you feel neutral, you can use the affirmation or the subliminal or wherever you want to listen to it. But don't listen to it based on feeling triggered to heal the trigger. That's not gonna fix it. There was the two states of using subliminals. The first state is creating a loop until you able to see it and healing it. And the next state is where you can be aware of the core wounds and you can heal it, and then you can listen to the subliminals or the affirmation or anything you want. Friends, is the first state you listen to it based on the need, but the second state you listen to it based on the self-expression or self-wholeness, not from the need or from trying to get something from the external or get people's attention.